I want to talk about saris, which has really caught on even where the global trends are concerned. It's a 5.5 meters drape, which started off as like a very basic Indian costume, and now it's kind of coming to the eyes of most of the designers, where they feel they can play a lot with just that 5.5 meters of fabric. You can drape it, you can stitch it up, and you can do what you want to, and it gives a fab appeal. Like last collection of Hermes was all sari inspired gowns, and they just look so fabulous. So I'm just going to kind of teach you how to kind of drape a sari. And this is like a classic way. Now this particular sari is a regular sari with like a cut palla. There's like not too much of fabric here, so it's not kind of gathered together, but it's more stylized. It's kind of draped out, it's cut out here and the embroidery, so it kind of falls really neatly. So let me just drape the sari and kind of explain exactly how to do it. So you tuck the fabric in there, you take her around, and then once right in the middle you form the pleats. So once the pleats are formed, we have something like 8-9 pleats here. You tuck it right in, take the pallu around, and this is what I mean by a cut palla sari. It's kind of stylized. Particular sari is with the jewel border. You have an interesting hip placement which goes all around your back and ends right at the beginning of the palla. You can play a lot with colors, like I've given a contrast blouse. You could also do similar kind of same color blouses. You could do textured, fluted blouses, a lot of Western construction in your little blouse. According to me, the blouse is like the soul of a sari. If the blouse is interesting and it's happening, the whole sari stands out a lot. This is something like, the modern version of a sari, which is, so practical and so usable and so at the same time fashionable for, the women of today, the modern women of today. Now, this would be my interpretation of a draped sari, which is all pre-stitched. It doesn't have a separate petticoat. It's all pre-stitched. It's draped. It's detailed with the beads. It has a zipper on the side, so you wear it like a skirt, and then you have the palla, which is kind of attached. So you take it around and just make it like, so it looks like a draped gown, actually is a draped sari. And and I've kind of used a Swarovski crystal, which is very subtle and yet it's very dazzling, and it's a great evening wear. Now this is something where I just love the color play, because I think on a gown, a nice vibrant color kind of adds a lot of like an exciting look on the overall effect of the piece. So this is like a hot pink gown with silk and with net and with like a lot of tone on tone crystals. It's completely draped, styled, again appealing not only to the Indians but to the whole world. It's just something which you could wear it for an event, for a party, for any of the pre-bridal functions, because I understand Chinese bride wears her white gown, but all her pre-bridal functions she could wear something like this. Talking about occasions, when I say Indian lehengas, now this for me would be an ideal cocktail dress. What I've done is, for me, it's not just about ornamentation. It's about detailing it, styling it, and then the ornamentation is used to enhance the details and the styling. it enhances the whole construction and the silhouette of the garment. Now, the detailing that I have done in this lehenga is very similar to the detailing that I would do on a gown. So, which is very tedious, very detailed, broached up, ruched up. You know, I love playing with the texture play. So, I've used a texture cowling effect on the net, and then I've lined it with the lace and then the silk. So, you get that kind of 3D effect. And jewel look, I told you, is a very typical signature Anjali Arjun Kapoor look. So I've enhanced the whole garment with my jeweled kind of a feel. I've given a jeweled accessory which kind of appeals a lot to most of the girls. If you see the back, it already has a stitch drape rather than taking a dupatta, what you call an Indian dupatta. I would just kind of pre-cut it, construct it, detail, and then use it like an attached drape for the whole ensemble. So you're kind of stress-free. You can be a part and parcel of the entire party rather than just, you know, fussing around with your outfit. Now this is what I would kind of classify as our Indian lehenga. But when it comes to being absolutely typical and traditional, that's really not us. For me, I love to experiment. I love to experiment not only with the silhouettes, with the construction, but also with the whole concept bit. Now this particular lehenga is a digital print lehenga, which is completely jeweled, ornamented. Now we have an in-house graphic team which is in a constant process of R&D where you know, motifs and the whole color combination, blending of various concepts together. My source of inspiration has been very Victorian right from the beginning, you know, the Edwardian, the Renaissance era. So if you see the floral concepts and you see how the jewels are blended, it kind of takes you back to the 18th century. That of course blended with our modern sensibilities. Now this is what is called like a typical Indian lehenga with a blouse, and like I said, the blouse is the mirror or it's the soul to the entire garment. I've kind of you know, given her a very jeweled halter neck, and at the back is a complete transparent jewel piece which has that wow appeal about it. Now with this we have a drape dupatta, what we call as a dupatta, which is again jeweled on all four sides. It's transparent sheer. Now there are various concepts and various ways you could use it. You could use it, you know, you could casually just take it on your one shoulder and use it on the hand just like that, which is very elegant, sophisticated, and you know, gives a kind of a soft look. This is one way. The second way would be to take the dupatta in a sari drape. So what you do is you take the corner of the dupatta, one corner of the dupatta, tuck it on the lehenga, take it around, and then drape it like how you would drape a sari. So with this kind of a drape, the girl is absolutely eased out not to use, you know, her hands are free. She can move around, you know, she can, if there is a Sangeet function, if there is like fun and frolic and where the bride's also supposed to participate in a dance program, she could be all free and do whatever she likes. This is one concept. And the other concept would be like the Indian bridal drape, is when the bride kind of takes the drape on her head. This would be more relevant to the Indian community, but I would kind of still demonstrate it for you. You tuck the dupatta on the one corner and you know, get the borders together here and put it on the one shoulder. Put it on one shoulder. So this is what is like a traditional Indian bridal drape, and from the back, this border, this bit goes on to the hair. So this is what I would call like a typical bridal drape. You could also not take the dupatta on your head and just keep it on the shoulder.